Good morning or good afternoon. It's Thursday. Made a film yesterday about rats and poultry and keeping poultry, which led on to a lovely discussion last night with the Floof Lady on Twitter, where I mentioned the fact that I'm intending on keeping a flying flock of chickens when I eventually lay the hedge. I have made a start on laying the hedge. I went out yesterday in the rain. I managed to get some of the hedge laid and some of the old wood cut out. I've got a lot of brash to get rid of, and I've still got an awful lot of work to do down there before we get to the point where I need to even really think about building a chicken tractor. But I thought it might be worth mentioning the flying flock again to try and explain what I mean by that. What I mean by that is that in the past we have kept large utility breeds here. We've had light Sussex, Welsh Summers, Leghorns, Rhode Island Reds, all pure breed stock. We also kept some hybrid layers. We bred a lot of birds. We actually did a bit of showing at one time, which was a long time ago. But what I'm intending on doing is having just enough birds to supply the eggs that we need. And I'm going to use what are commonly known in the industry as spent hens. So at 75 weeks or thereabouts, most commercial laying flocks depopulate their houses, their sheds, and bring in new stock. Those birds usually end up going off either into the ethnic market or into the pet food market, and they're happy to get rid of them at a quid each or whatever. So my plan is to buy in a few birds, as I say, just enough for what we need. Probably, I would think 6 to 8 birds. I'll allow for a couple of them popping their clogs because they always do, older birds, and keeping them just long enough until the next depopulation, basically, is what I would be hoping to do. They are not rescue hens. I dislike the term rescue hens. They're not being rescued from some dastardly farm. They're being utilised, they're being upcycled, if you like, from a commercial laying flock. I dislike the term rescued. These are not rescue hens. I'm going to buy in spent hens. And as I say, it'll be 6 to 8 birds. But as I said earlier, I've got an awful lot of work to do before we get to that stage. And Mrs. Rat is fast approaching. It's 3:45 now. She, I'm hoping, will have landed by 5:30 for a few days staying down here. We've got a wedding to go to tomorrow, so I should have had my hair cut by now, and I've got to get my suit out and press my trousers and all that usual garbage that you have to do for weddings. But in the meantime, I've also got to get some logs in because she's going to want to take away a truck and a trailer load of logs. So the old bike's going to come out of temporary retirement, and I'm going to go out and try and bring in some of the wood that I've got stored out and about, get that sawn up, split, and ready to load into her vehicle. Anyway, just a quick video. I hope you're enjoying the slightly new format and the fact that I can bang them out a bit quicker now. I'm using KineMaster, which has got a little logo up here, because I'm too mean to pay for a subscription, and I've got the mic, as you can see, on. I'm sorry it didn't work all of the time as it should have done when I made the rats and poultry film. It's only a cheap mic. I'm a pauper. I probably should fork out and get a decent setup, but I'm not going to at this stage unless more people start watching these films. I'm making these films for my own pleasure really more than anything else, and the more people that watch them, the more likely it is I'll put more effort into it and put more financial investment into it. Anyway, Matt the Rat signing off. Tatty bye.